Alright, today we're going to look at Soundnation. And I've launched the Soundnation web app. And there are two ways you can go about launching the studio. They have basically the Flash version and the Chrome version. And obviously if you're using a Chromebook, you want to use the Chrome version. But you can see here, you can launch it in the Chrome Studio. And there's also one of the ways that they make money off this. They allow you to do quite a bit of stuff for free, but you can launch the store, and you're able to add in more sound packs and from here. I'll show you more of that later. Also, one of the neat features about this is you can launch this in a Google Hangout and collaborate right from a Google Hangout. But I've launched the studio in Chrome. You can see here's the Chrome edition, and this is the Flash edition, which is just you can see here they're basically the same look. But I've launched it in both, so you can see here what it looks like. Over here on the side, you have your library, and also when you go to sign in, you can sign in using your Google login. So it makes it really seamless when you use your Chromebook. Over here you have a library, which gives you a number of sounds that you can drag over. These are the premium sounds that you can purchase, or any of the packs that you've already purchased. And then these are the different projects that you may have already been working on, or any of the uploaded sounds that you may have uploaded. Down here, depending, especially if you're using a Chromebook, I like to tell my students to just use the maximize screen button, or a lot of times they just use this full screen, because when you're working in the studio you don't really need to go anywhere else. But anyway, we're working in this. Down here is the zoom, if you're trying to zoom in and out, and you can see this, the time stamping up here. And each of these are basically a measure, your 4 beats or however many beats that you're working with. As you're zooming in and out, you can see each of these is a different timing. These are your different channels. You can add more channels as you need. You can simply grab a sound. This is an imported sound file. This right here is just, I found an instrumental track, and I basically dropped it in here. And I could work with it. If I don't want to listen to it, I can hit the mute button. There are different displays. I can display the volume, which would allow me to grab different points if I want to, at different times, have different points of the individual track fade, as you can see. So I can leave one track in, have it play, have it completely drop out, or if I right click, I can do other things. I can change the color, I can stretch the pitch and the speed, I can cut the track at different points, and split it, so I can separate it and move it around. So now I've separated it. There's a little cut tool up here. I can grab these individual little pieces Not that I'd ever really want to do this, but I can move them around. So if we're working with a large track, you could use the little scissors and cut, and then go back to the arrow and select and move it around. So if you drop in a large track, you can cut things around. Highlight, delete that. To import things, I go to the file. I can import my audio file. So I have with my students, I set up a Soundnation file, and I've shared school appropriate vocal tracks. I just basically searched vocal tracks on YouTube and recorded them and gave them things that they might be interested in, so that they don't spend a ton of time searching them, and they can find their own if they want. But sometimes students have a hard time finding things, and they spend forever, and I don't necessarily want them spending forever. So I find things that they might find interesting. I find kind of a wide range of hip hop and rock and jazz, and then that way they have something. So that way I get a vocal track, and I might just want them to focus on just copying and pasting it in. So anyway, this site obviously is just kind of a brief preview. I don't want to take all your time. There's just a lot of functionality to this. A lot of panning, volume, effects. Each track you can do things with. There's a lot of sounds. There's bass. There's vocals. Well, there's not really vocals in this. You have to kind of upload your own vocals. But I mean, there's instrumentation. Once you have it all done, once you have everything in the way you want it, you can actually, once you drop the numbers here are the beats per measure, beats per minute, I mean, your time stamping, you can stretch that to kind of match everything up. But once you're finished and you have everything ready, what you get is you export this. SNG is a Soundnation file. It basically is, you can save this project in your Soundnation so you can keep opening it and keep working on it. But you basically can publish a track if you had upgraded your account, okay? But what you do is you can export it to a WAV file, and once I've downloaded the WAV file, you can play everything, as you can hear right here. So a student can create the whole project. They can download the WAV file. From there, obviously, you can either just have them turn it in. They can use it in another project, as I do a lot of times. And that's basically Soundnation.